Now these next two examples relate to exercise 8.3 from your text. Just have a look at the map and you'll see here the grid lines like we're used to running up and down the page. But on this particular map they've drawn in the north-south line, so you can see here with that arrowhead that's our north-facing line. So it's another way of just putting like a compass rose in the top corner. They just put arrows and lines to indicate where north is. So this particular question, we want to obtain the magnetic bearing going to Merivale from Allenglade. So the two towns are here. Here's Allenglade, here's Merivale. We actually want to travel one angle for that. Now the easiest way to do that is we get the north-south on our compass. So there's our north-south on our compass, and line it up with the north-south line. So I'm going to get my base plate, and my base plate is going to go between the two towns. I'm just going to slide my base plate over so that the center of my compass sits on top of one of these north-south lines of the map. I now rotate my compass around so that the north-south component of the compass rose goes along the north-south component of the map. Try and be a little fiddly about it. If you're out by a little bit, it can throw your answers off. Now, when I have a look at this, here is the arrow from the base plate showing the direction you're looking. So there's my arrow here, and it lines up with, that's 300, that's 320, so that must be 310. So that's around about 304 degrees. It might not be exactly the same as the back of the book, because depending on the degree of accuracy I get with placing my base plate and twisting my compass rose. And also, these things have been knocked around by students, so please be very careful. The more you bang them, the more the compass loses magnetism and the more inaccurate it becomes. So for that particular one, just line the base plate up between the two towns, rotate the rose around till north-south on the compass lines up with the north-south on the map, and then read your answer off. And that's your example number 1. Now, in example number 2, I'm going to go to question 3 from the exercise. I'm going to look at 3b. So what we need to do in 3b is we're told to start at the intersection. We're told to start here at these crossroads and then travel a certain distance in a certain direction and identify what is the landform that you found there. So we want to travel 310 degrees. So I just rotate my compass around until my 310 lines up with the direction of the compass of the base plate. Then I need to get my distance. Now my distance is, I got to travel 1650 meters. My scale is 25. One is at 25,000. So I've done the calculations here for you already. 1650 meters divided by 25,000 is 66 mil. So I'm going to travel 66 mil on the map. So I've got my 310 set up on my compass rose. Once again, I get my north-south of my compass and line it up north-south with the lines on the map. Now I just slide this up or down until my base plate passes through my starting point. So there we are, there's my base plate passing through my starting point. It's pointing the appropriate direction that I want to travel. I now get my ruler out and measure the 66 mils, and that brings me to here. Now it's a bit hard to see on the map, it's got a strange little symbol, but that's the windmill symbol. So the feature that is closest to that distance on that bearing from the starting point is the windmill. So there's your two examples, and that will get you through exercise 8.3.